I can't believe the time is here. Hello and welcome to this video. I am leaving London this morning. My room is empty. My walls are bare. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know this is a very weird setup in my room. I am heading back to New Zealand for a few months and I haven't told my parents. I am surprising my parents, which proves a bit difficult when you've got to do 2 weeks in managed isolation in a hotel. Especially over Christmas. I fly out today and then I have 14 hours transiting in Hong Kong and then I get to New Zealand Thursday afternoon their time, which is like first thing in the morning here, Thursday morning. I can't believe it's like happening, you know? Let's get to it. Firstly, just a quick mention, I flew out of Heathrow Airport and did a very brief video on the look and feel of Heathrow for health and safety measures at the moment, so do check that out if you haven't done so already. I want to start by saying that I cannot fault Cathay Pacific in the experience I had. I hope this slightly vloggy video gives you a bit of an idea of what it's like traveling with them at the moment, because I was rather impressed. Here we're looking at an overview of what is essentially their information pack, which you access online through the managed booking portal. Cathay Pacific does a really good job at keeping you updated via email. It's not too often or too sparingly either. Especially traveling during the pandemic, during COVID, I can't lie, anytime I saw an email pop up on my phone from them, I did have a little flutter in my chest, because you're just mildly anxious all the time about the fact that something could change and it's out of your control, and because you need to reserve a specific date with the New Zealand government to arrive in the country for managed isolation, all you need from your airline is valuable and transparent communication that keeps you posted and reassures you, which I feel Cathay did. It's super easy to review your booking online as well. You just need your reference and your name, and I thought this page of information was super useful and easy to access in the lead up to departure day, and also whilst I was at the airport and just wanted to check all my T's were crossed and I's were dotted. Cathay Pacific have incredible customer service as well. I called a couple of times in the lead up for random questions like checking I'd interpreted transit requirements correctly. Yes, I'm that person. And I actually ended up bringing my flights forward from January, which I'm so thankful for due to the travel bans. And they not only answered my calls super fast, they also reassured me at every step of the process, and everyone I interacted with on the trip was friendly and helpful, from check-in all the way through to landing in Auckland, New Zealand. Now for the boarding process. Upon boarding, our temperatures were taken. I did see several passengers standing to the side with staff after this, and they actually had recorded a high temperature, because when we got on the plane we had an update from the captain to say that we were just waiting for some passengers' luggage to be removed off the aircraft as they were unable to fly due to a high temperature at the gate. Now, first thing you probably notice here is how spaced out everyone is and how quiet the cabin is. I'm unsure if Cathay were flying at capacity here, but it does make you wonder how they can keep this up and at this frequency. The screens were really decent size and there was a decent amount of leg room. I am 5'5", side note, but yeah, good.
Most powerful disinfectant. And we change every single headset, headrest cover, pillow cover, bed sheets, and blankets, so you can be sure of getting a new, clean set when you board. You can rest assured that everyone on board has had their temperatures and health history checked, and we require all passengers and crew to wear a face covering throughout the flight. You will also receive a Cathay Care Kit, which contains useful essentials like an extra face covering and antiseptic wipes. And you will find hand sanitizers in all our cabin washrooms, so you can easily keep your hands clean.
The air conditioning system in every one of our aircraft is equipped with HEPA filters, which have a similar performance to those used in hospital operating rooms. The cabin air refreshes every 2 to 3 minutes, together with a triple defense barrier. The air conditioning system can filter up to 99.99% of airborne particles. The movement of air also plays an important role. The filtered air does not flow between passengers. It flows vertically from ceiling to the cabin floor before exhausting out from the cabin.
We have made a few temporary adjustments to our meal service across all classes, as guided by our aviation medical team, to make sure we prioritize our well-being as always, while making sure we offer a meal you will enjoy. We are also taking extra care of our cabin crew to safeguard everyone on board. Before reporting for duty, we check the temperatures of every member of the team and require a detailed health declaration. We have introduced stricter rules to make sure our cabin crew minimizes contact with the local community during the layover as much as possible. After duty, all our crew arriving into Hong Kong must complete a mandatory COVID-19 testing and a period of self-isolation for 48 hours, as required by the Onco Department of Health. And to make sure they avoid public transport, we have a dedicated crew shuttle from the airport to their place of self-isolation. If you need any assistance, please reach out to a member of our crew. Thank you for flying with us.
This meal, honestly, I think this was my favorite of the whole trip. That chicken was like insanely good, And then a nice little ice cream. The bathroom was super clean, super well kept. I think staff were really on top of all of that. Every time I went in, it was literally looked like this. They had a decent selection of films and TV series, but not many new releases for 2020 anyway, is there? And here's me making the most of my 3 seats. Also, they came around with snacks. Okay, we're in Hong Kong. We've landed. I'm just following signs for transit passengers at the moment. She's tired. It is 7 a.m. here, which is 11 p.m. in London. But I need to get on New Zealand time, so it's 12 p.m. New Zealand. I'm going to try to find a shower or something to freshen up and then sit down, do some emails and stuff. And then I need to get into sleepy mode because I need to sleep the first half of the next flight, which is in 14 hours. So I leave here at 9 something, and 8:45 in the evening. So I've got the whole day in Hong Kong airport. State of it. Alright, I'm through the security for the transit passengers. Now I'm just chilling, trying to find some showers, but it's quiet as everything is shut down, shut properly. I guess all the shops are taking the opportunity to renovate, so it's you're walking through a construction site. I'll try to get some shots of it when I go back. Don't think anything's going to open up, so I'll find a posse and settle in. I'm really kicking myself. I'm about to give you the biggest hack if you're transiting at Hong Kong Airport. Use the showers between getting off your plane and getting through security to the transit lounge, so in the arrivals area, because I was just going down that straight stretch, okay, I'll just get through and then I'll do all my bits. No, use the showers there, because once you're through transit security, or whatever it's called, there's no free to use complimentary showers. First shower you see when you get off the plane, use it, because now I can't go back, obviously. Anyway, I asked information. I was hey, any showers? And she was yeah, what you need to do is go down to gate 1, the premium lounge, by the premium lounge, I thought she said. So I went down to gate 1 and couldn't see it. There were some toilets, and I was I've done a whole tour basically of Terminal 1. I've sat down now because I'm conked out. I'm there's no coffee, there's no vending machines to buy a bottle of water. It's getting a bit rough, but it's okay. And I've looked online, and in the premium lounge there's showers, and you can use the lounge for an hour or whatever, and it's charging and all of that, TV, little booths, Like the shower, like the bathrooms look real nice, like lush hotel bathrooms. And it's $42 US to book this lounge for an hour. I just can't bring myself to do it. I'm kicking myself that I saw complimentary, free to use showers. I'm running out of energy, I need water so my brain can function. But I've sat down and I can't get back up. Oh, look how mysterious it looks. Things are looking up. I saw on a forum online that there were some recline seats behind gate 26, behind the water station, so behind the free water station. So we're gonna have a little snooze. So now we've got water, we're gonna have a snooze, and then we'll be able to think clearer about what we want to do about showering. Okay, this is working out alright so far. So I ended up actually sleeping for about close to 3 hours, probably in and out on one of those lounges. Highly recommend. But I've actually been to the bathroom and changed and did like a half basin, half wipe shower, like I'm at a festival or something. So feeling fresher now. I'm gonna go get a coffee. I've seen a place is open, and then sit down and do some editing. Also, my flight's on the board now. I just don't have a gate because obviously it's still hours away. Also, in half an hour, I would have been wearing a face mask for 24 hours, which is the longest stint for me. So, out here setting records for myself. Also, one more thing to add. It's quite cold. Like, I was waking up in between my snoozing, like shivering. They're blasting the air. So, my temperature's kind of going up and down. So, just to note. Okay, another thing to note is that not all the hours on Google are up to date, because a few of them were like temporarily closed. So I was like, oh cool, they must have updated their hours on Google. But Starbucks was open 24 hours on Google, but no, she's not. She is not open 24 hours. So I'm gonna find another one somewhere, somehow. I feel like I'm in one of those weird, like, you know, those low-key video games where you just like walk around and discover random new things to do, or like new parts to walk around. I feel like I'm in one of those. I'm up on level 7 now. If there's a shower up here. No, there won't be. I'm pretty sure it's only in arrivals. I'm just trying to find Starbucks. It's meant to be up here as well. Okay, couldn't find the Starbucks. There was one other restaurant up there, but then it's all like staff dining zone. It's like all zoned off, so I don't know, I don't feel like a meal. I just want a little coffee and maybe a snack, so I left it. But that was like up there, upstairs. I'm quite enjoying having a walk, so I'm going to check out what's down this end. Coffee. Okay, there are approximately 2 coffee places open. This was one of them, cute little place. I just wanted to quickly say that machine there on a tripod, everyone automatically knows. They come up and just scan their wrist to get the temperature check, and then they can go in the shop. Groovy, eh? Alright, check it out. We went to this place, King Bakery Egg Tart. Got a cappuccino, and we got the egg tart because it's their signature. You kind of have to. And then the chicken pie. Let's give it a go. Okay, she's lying down again. Life and times. I've been wearing a face mask for 27 hours at this point. 3 hours until boarding. I'm getting ready to board and have a snooze. For those of you who are interested in the facilities at Hong Kong Airport, here's a quick sneak preview. Okay, just checked that board and I have a gate, so yay. I am loving Cathay Pacific, the whole service, the in-flight briefing, the meals. One thing that I think would be above and beyond just from this whole experience would be if when like on the aircraft they were like, are you transiting or is Hong Kong your final destination? And I'd be like, transit. And then if they had like a little transit info pack or something, e.g. if you want to shower, they'll be, as soon as you get off the plane, towards security in that area. Maybe they could give you a voucher for a coffee or a snack or something. That would be above and beyond as well, only because that's been my experience. But yeah, I rate Cathay. Love it. I'm gonna move to the gate. Also, I can't believe it's getting dark outside and I've been here since 7 a.m. It's so weird. And just another quick hack, if you're wanting to charge up at Hong Kong airport, make sure you choose a seat where the blue lights are on the USB ports. I was trying to get a sneaky shot of how the other half live, but I felt naughty, so you get these awkward shots here. And here's more of a wider shot of what the economy seats look like. Pretty decent size as well. I was on a set of 4 in the middle, so I could lie down flat. Pretty soon after getting seated, we got given these care kits and the arrival card for New Zealand, plus an additional COVID-19 passenger health form to declare our health status on arrival. This meal actually tasted a lot better than it looks. Stew situation was yum. And then I was lying flat and I was knocked out. I slept for 7 hours straight. It was the best sleep I've ever had on a plane. Woke up, 2 hours to go. It was amazing. And then we had another meal service, so could not complain.
Rivers, lands and seas. Our home. This fragile place is all we've got. It's vulnerable to pests and diseases.
That's why we guard it, as if our way of life depends on it, because it does. But we need your help.
Fruits, vegetables and eggs like these can't be brought into New Zealand, nor can most meats, honey, cooking ingredients, herbs and seeds or spices. Anything made of plants or wood can carry unwanted pests or diseases that could destroy our natural environment. Put any items you aren't sure about in the airport amnesty bin. Used outdoor equipment is a problem too.
If in doubt, declare it for inspection on the arrival card. Or ask it by a security officer, like me.
Because once you arrive, your bags may be x-rayed and inspected. And if you have it declared, you'll be fined $400. As a visitor here, I'll be asking one thing of you. Look after it. Protect it.
Welcome to Auckland. You need to state the requirements of your remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Take all your belongings with you when leaving the aircraft.
Here's me trying to get another sneaky look of business class for you. Looks decent.
A message from the New Zealand government. To help stop the spread of COVID-19, all passengers arriving in New Zealand are legally required to undergo either quarantine or managed isolation for 14 days.
So there we have it, touchdown in Auckland, back in New Zealand. It feels great to be here. And this is actually a perfect lead on into my next video, which is my experience in managed isolation in New Zealand. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned, click through. If you've made it this far, thanks so much for hanging out. Please do me a favor and like this video and maybe subscribe to the channel while you're here. It would mean a lot to me. As you can probably tell, these kind of videos take a lot of effort, so it would mean the world. Otherwise, I will see you again next time. Bye.